He looked her in the eye and told her he almost cheated. Meanwhile, I knew he'd been seeing someone else for almost a year. Hi Reddit, I never thought I'd be one of those people posting on here with a heavy secret I don't know what to do with, but here we are. I'm a 24-year-old woman and I work in a pretty casual office environment with a tight-knit team. One of my closest work friends, let's call him Ryan, 28M, was in a long-term relationship with a girl named Emily. She wasn't just a girlfriend, she was practically family to him. Everyone thought they'd end up married. But for the last year of their relationship, Ryan was sleeping with another woman. I'll call her Jade. At first, it started as something he swore was a one-time mistake. But then one night turned into weekends. Then full days. Then weekly sleepovers. And eventually, she became his second relationship. The worst part? He never even seemed to struggle with the guilt. He was disturbingly comfortable leading two lives. I didn't find out by accident either, he told me. We were grabbing lunch one day, and he just dropped it like it was a casual update. Yeah, I've been seeing someone else. It's not serious though. Just something I needed. Something he needed. I remember sitting there, stunned, unsure if I should respond like a friend or like a human being. I asked him if he was planning to break things off with Emily. He just shrugged and said, eventually. She's a good person. She doesn't deserve to get hurt. Then get this, he breaks up with Emily 2 months later. And tells her he almost cheated. Almost. He didn't confess to anything real. Just said he'd been emotionally distant, almost crossed a line, and couldn't live with the guilt. And she, poor thing, cried her heart out. But even in her heartbreak, she respected him for being honest. I wanted to scream. I remember watching her walk out of our office building after dropping off some of his stuff. She waved at me like nothing had happened. She even thanked me for being such a good friend to him. Meanwhile, I was sitting on a ticking time bomb of a secret. The guilt didn't hit me all at once. It crept in. Every time I saw her name on social media, every time she posted a picture with a caption that hinted at healing or growth, I felt like a fraud. Because the truth was, she was trying to heal from a lie. And I'm the one who's holding it. He didn't even seem remotely sorry. Just relieved he never got caught. After Ryan broke up with Emily, I expected naively that maybe the guilt would catch up with him. That he'd pull away from Jade. That maybe the whole messy situation would dissolve on its own, and I could finally exhale. But it didn't. If anything, he doubled down. Now that Emily was out of the picture, he didn't even have to pretend anymore. He and Jade became official, although he never used that word. She'd visit him at work. I'd overhear them on the phone, laughing like teenagers. One time he even joked in front of me, man, breaking up was the best decision I ever made. I feel free. Free. I think that was the moment something in me shifted. He wasn't mourning the end of a good relationship. He wasn't haunted by what he did to Emily. He was just enjoying the clean slate. And the worst part? No one else knows. Not our coworkers. Not mutual friends. Everyone just thinks Emily and Ryan grew apart, and now he's moved on. The story he sold her became the story everyone accepted. I see Emily every now and then on social media. She posts soft little updates, photos of sunsets, coffee dates with friends, those new chapter quotes that people use when they're trying really hard to rebuild themselves. She looks fragile. Braver than she knows, but fragile. One time I saw her in town, walking alone near a bookstore. She looked right past me, and I had the weirdest urge to run after her and blurt out the truth. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. You were lied to. It wasn't your fault. But I didn't. I froze. Just like I always do. And now? I feel like I'm the one living two lives. At work, I smile at Ryan like nothing's wrong. I nod along when he talks about taking Jade on a weekend trip. I laugh at his jokes. But inside, I feel disgusted. I keep telling myself it's not my business. That interfering could make things worse. That telling her now months after the fact would just reopen wounds for no reason. But what if they get back together? What if he shows up at her door one day and spins some redemption story? Wouldn't you want to know the truth? Because I'm starting to think I would. He wants a fresh start. But with a lie as the foundation. About a week ago, Ryan dropped another bomb on me. We were grabbing coffee during a slow workday, and out of nowhere he goes. I've been thinking about reaching out to Emily again. I choked mid-sip. This man, who had cheated on her for nearly a year, lied during their breakup, and immediately kept seeing the other woman afterward. Was now talking about winning her back like it was some kind of Nicholas Sparks movie. I kept my expression neutral, which I've gotten way too good at lately, but inside, I felt my stomach twist. I asked him why. He said, I miss her. Jade was fun, but it never felt serious. With Emily, it was real. I wanted to scream. He went on about how time apart gave him clarity. He blamed the cheating on feeling trapped, stressed, confused. Every excuse except the real one. He was selfish. Now he's planning some grand, romantic apology. Flowers. A heartfelt letter. Maybe a surprise visit. But here's the kicker: he has no intention of telling her the full truth. He still wants to maintain the story that he almost cheated, that he just got scared, that it was all an emotional mess, not a betrayal of her trust. He's rewriting history with himself as the tortured ex who made a mistake. Not the guy who lied, cheated, and kept doing it after the breakup. And I'm just standing here, watching it unfold. I can't describe how sick it makes me feel. It's like watching a house being built on rotten wood. A shiny, picture-perfect house you know is going to collapse eventually, but you're too afraid to yell, stop, because the builder is your friend and everyone else is clapping. And the worst part? Emily might actually take him back. She still comments on his mom's posts. She liked a picture he posted last week. She's soft-hearted. She believed in him. And he's counting on that. He wants a second chance, but with a lie as the foundation. And I'm still the only one who knows. Would I want to know if I were her? Without hesitation, yes. So why am I hesitating? The guilt isn't leaving. In fact, it's getting louder. Heavier. Like a weight strapped to my chest that I'm forced to carry around every time I see his smug, romantic revival plans unfold. He's been texting her again. Little, just thinking about you, messages. Memes she'd like. Polite breadcrumbing. And last I heard, she's responding. I can't explain it. The closer they get to reconciling, the sicker I feel. Every laugh they exchange now is built on a lie. And I'm letting it happen. But telling the truth? It's not that simple. Not even close. Ryan and I work together. We're on the same team. We share clients, we sit across from each other in meetings. I'm not exaggerating when I say this could wreck my professional life. If he finds out I blew up his second chance, he'd never forgive me. He's petty. He'd retaliate quietly, but absolutely. And beyond work, we're friends. Or at least, we were. I don't even know anymore. Because what kind of friend puts you in a position like this? The worst part is that I can't even vent. This isn't something you casually drop in a group chat or brunch conversation. So it just lives inside me, festering. Lately, I've started thinking about anonymous ways to tell her. An email from a burner account. A handwritten letter. A fake Instagram account with a polite, I think you deserve the truth, message. But even those come with risk. She could tell Ryan. He might connect the dots. He could corner me at work or worse, start rumors to protect his image. Then there's this deeper, uncomfortable question gnawing at me. Am I doing this for her or to ease my own guilt? Would this be for Emily's sake to free her from a man who lied and manipulated her? Or for mine to wash my hands clean and sleep easier at night? That question keeps me up. I know what I would want if I were her. I'd want someone to tell me. Even if it hurt. Even if it shattered everything. I'd rather live with the truth than build a life on a lie. So why can't I do it? Why am I still hesitating? I can't keep pretending I don't know the truth. But I don't know how to do the right thing without burning every bridge I have left. So here I am. Stuck between silence and truth. Between loyalty to a friend who clearly doesn't deserve it. And the quiet voice in my gut that keeps whispering. She deserves to know. I can barely look at Emily's posts without feeling sick. She seems happy again. Not all the way there, but lighter. Like maybe she's starting to believe the worst is behind her. And meanwhile, Ryan is painting himself as the changed man. The one who made a mistake, learned, and wants a second chance. But the mistake never ended. He just made sure she never saw the full picture. If she takes him back, she's not doing it with informed consent. She's walking into a second round of love, blindfolded. I've drafted anonymous messages more times than I can count. I always chicken out. The fear of being caught, of ruining my work life, of starting a wildfire I can't control, it paralyzes me. And yet, saying nothing feels worse. So I'm turning to you. I know I'm not the first person to be stuck in a situation like this. And I know no answer will be perfect. But maybe someone out there has lived this or seen it from the outside. What would you do? Should I tell her anonymously? Is it even my place? And if I do, how do I make sure it's received with care, not chaos? I don't want revenge. I don't want drama. I don't even need credit. I just want to stop feeling like I'm complicit in something so unfair. Because if she knew the truth, really knew it, I don't think she'd ever go back. But right now, I'm the only one who can make that happen.